What I would like to do in this short video is discuss the Elliott wave flat correction. Now to do that, let me provide or offer a little context. As you know, the Elliott wave principle is built on essentially 5 core formations or structures. One would be the impulse wave, one would be the ending diagonal, and then we have our 3 types of corrective wave patterns: the zigzag, the flat, and the triangle. Everything we know about the Elliott wave principle originates with those 5 core patterns. Okay, so today's discussion again is going to be specifically on the flat pattern and some of its complexities and variations. Now what I've identified here in the top left-hand corner of the diagram here of the slide, this is a flat correction. Now notice we use the notation as Elliotticians of 3, 3, 5 to describe this pattern. That means that wave A subdivides into 3 waves, wave B subdivides into 3 waves, and wave C, of course, will unfold in 5 waves. Okay, so this is the essence of what a flat pattern is. Now, one of the key characteristics of a flat is where wave B terminates. Wave B terminates at or near the origin point of wave A. So if you see a 3-wave decline followed by another 3-wave advance, so it does appear like an old school double top, and then that's followed by a 5-wave decline, then essentially what you're looking at, if you're using the lens of the Elliott wave principle to view market action, is you're looking at a flat pattern. Now this is important to know and understand because flats as a corrective wave pattern represent counter trend price movement. So upon completion of the actual structure, we can look for the larger trend to actually resume. Now, just as there are individual rules and guidelines which govern wave pattern development, there are also some nuances and variations to each one of the Elliott wave structures that we've talked about. Now, what I would like to do is show you a few variations to the flat formation. One would be the expanded flat, in which case wave B terminates beyond the wave A origin point, and the running flat, in which case wave C will be unable to fall below the wave A extreme. Okay, now notice the substructure doesn't change. It's still a 3-3-5 pattern. 3 waves down in wave A, 3 waves up in wave B, followed by a 5-wave sell-off. The running flat, the same. 3-wave decline, 3-wave move to a new high, followed by a 5-wave decline. Running flats are especially exciting because what they tend to portend is a very swift, sharp, volatile move in the direction of the larger uptrend, because the reason that wave C is unable to terminate below that wave A extreme is that there's hidden or underlying buying pressure in the actual market. So these are the essentially the main pattern right here, upper left, and then the 2 variations, the expanded flat and the running flat. Now to kind of drive home the lesson, let's examine a few price charts where I recently think we have completed or are completing flat structures. Now this is a price chart of analog devices, ticker symbol ADI, and down from the high here that we saw back in February, we have a 3-wave decline, a 3-wave move up, and notice the clarity of that 3-wave move up. 3-wave move up to that level right there. So again, that is a key characteristic of the flat structure. Also too, it's important the depth of that move. It needs to be at least 90%, at the very bare minimum 80%. So a 3-wave move essentially completing what appears to be a double top, followed by a 5-wave decline. Now in this instance here, our 5-wave decline actually unfolded as a diagonal triangle. Okay, so what we have here are a 3-wave decline in wave A, 3-wave move up in wave B, ending diagonal in the wave C position, and thus the larger uptrend does indeed resume. We can look at another variation here. This is Synaptics Incorporated, ticker symbol SYNA, and you can clearly see the 3-wave move to the new extreme. From the late low that we saw in March to the high that we saw back in April, that is a 3-wave move to a new high. Again, a very distinguishing characteristic of the flat pattern. So if everything goes according to plan, moving forward, we will indeed see new highs in Synaptics. And the last example I would like to offer would be this example. This is in Cognizant Technology Solutions, ticker symbol CTSH. We have our wave 3 decline. Actually, it's more of a complex structure here, somewhat confusing, but 3-wave move. And then notice the subsequent advance that began back in, say, February to the high that occurred back in, say, early May. Now, the giveaway here would be the number of waves, the number of moves to the upside that we've actually seen. If you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A, B, C, X, A, B, C. Essentially, a 7-wave price move is the same wave, contains the same number of waves that you would find in a complex correction, which as Ellioticians we identify as WXY. Also, too, it still has that key characteristic, wave B ending at or near the origin point of wave A, followed by a decisive move to the downside in wave C. So ideally, moving forward, we will see additional rallying cognizant as well. That's about it for this episode, and as always, thank you very much.